I like ultra wide angle lenses, and I like this ultra wide angle from NiSi mainly because this is sponsored by NiSi. Not really, they have sponsored me, but I don't have to say anything in particular, so let's check it out. Let's go. Ultra wide angles, not everyone needs them, but if you do, you either have to spend a small fortune to get the good stuff, otherwise you're not exactly spoilt for choice. So how does this NiSi fit in, and what does it have to offer? This looks familiar. It looks like we've just been here not long ago, because in terms of actual time, we weren't here long ago because we were shooting something just here. If I could just have you right here, don't fall down the hill, because that would be disastrous.
From the same spot.
From this exactly the same spot, but with less bokeh. Here we go. I mean, one thing I love about ultra wides is that you can get right close in, so you can have your subject in the frame, and then you have all of that background goodness creeping into the frame like that.
I'm a vlogger!
Yeah, you can actually vlog with this.
Oh yeah!
Perfect focal length for vlogging. I mean, I think it's probably a bit shaky because obviously it doesn't have optical stabilization. This lens is a manual focus lens, so I don't know if I'm in focus, but most things will be in focus anyway. Let me have a look. If I put infinity over here, f8, can have anything from basically my face to infinity in focus. And so hopefully that should be in focus. An ultra wide angle like this. Just remember to set the IS setting at 15mm in your camera. There you go. You can set up to the focal length in the Sony menu system there.
Hope it doesn't help.
No, it probably doesn't help. Usually the Sony stabilization isn't exactly brilliant. But there we are. That's what it's like. Still not incredibly stable, but with an ultra wide you can get stable-ish handheld video footage relatively easy. It'll most likely be better with some of the other camera systems with better IS that this lens is available for. The form factor probably helps too. The interesting thing is that it's available in 3 different colours. It's got black, silver and white. This actually looks a bit more like silver, but this is the white one. I asked for the white one because I thought, oh, that's cool. But otherwise, it's quite squat, it's quite compact for 15mm. That's what it's like. Metal barrel, and yeah, focus is quite smooth. No option to de-click, but it's quite a soft click. Well, have a listen for yourself. Yeah, it's quite nice, you know, it's a nice weight. It's quite a good balance, especially on mirrorless cameras where a lot of lenses are quite big. But when it comes to ultra wide angle lenses, what do you want to see? You want to see low distortion. You don't want all those lines to be bendy. And you want that good corner performance, and hopefully it's sharp. It does have a rather neat, shiny little trick up its sleeve though. One thing this supposedly does really well is sun stars. Now, usually you get more noticeable sun stars when you shoot at smaller apertures like f22, but this lens provides plenty of solar pointy light action even wide open. You just need to bear in mind that there's a bit of ghosting and flaring when you're pointing this in the approximate direction of the big shiny bright thing in the sky. Actually, how close does it focus? 0.2 meters, that's really close. One thing you won't get with rangefinder ultra wides is close focusing this close. It doesn't matter too much when it comes to autofocus, manual focus with an ultra wide, because everything is in focus. You put your peaking on and look, everything's in focus there.
I'm not in focus.
Yeah, Panasonic problems.
It's like those Japanese bridge.
What? Oh, I see what you mean, okay. Just, let's have you there as a subject lock to fill in the frame.
Just I can view in the frame.
You're just a filler. You're just a filler. So I could see a little bit of distortion there with the lines. Distortion is low, albeit complex. It's a blend of barrel and pin cushion. More ultra wide angle, bridge, vanishing point kind of goodness right here. I need you as a frame filler again. One thing I don't want is vignetting. Oh yeah, and soft edges. You don't want vignetting, you don't want soft edges. Obviously the other lensy stuff like chromatic aberration. Vignetting not too pronounced even when shot wide open, and it's pretty much gone between f5.6 to f8. And I couldn't find any significant issues with chromatic aberration even in higher contrast areas. In terms of sharpness, it puts in a good performance, rendering nice details across the frame, and quite surprisingly, the corners already look to be at its best wide open. By f5.6, you're already getting the best out of this lens. The only reasons why it might not be for you is if you need AF and a faster max aperture. But if you want ultra wide that's not ultra expensive, the NiSi offers some very nice performance for not a lot.